heretics have been poisoning the well and selling us the cure since before you could spell KKK. After Reagan, this moral authority showed up in America, and since then, the vice, depravity has just increased exponentially. Eli Lilly treats depression for money. The Hippocratic Oath, Roe versus Wade. First, do no harm, or you're not a doctor. Washington, first do no harm, or you're an enemy combatant. Abortions. Personally, after 3 months, I think you had plenty of time. You should have known you were pregnant by 3 months. Shouldn't be a whole lot of like, should I have the baby? That's ridiculous. The Jews have been using abortion to control populations since Psalm 58. Judaism considers the beginning of life to be at the first breath. Christians believe it to be a conception because if the mother dies in the course of pregnancy, the father has lost an heir. It's not about all this untapped human potential. The world would be such a better place if everybody was a bastard. We also have this thing called shotgun weddings. You did what? These idiot doctors have no common sense. We can't have our kids just whoring around getting abortions, recreational abortions. But when your only job is to clean up other people's messes but make a career out of it, the worse things get, the better off you are. First, do no harm, or I don't have time for your bullshit, Washington. Freebase had been around for, maybe probably less than a decade, I think. Reagan gets shot by, Prozac, 86, Berlin, 89. By Clinton, the kids were shooting each other in the street, and Congress was blaming it on the shoes, Air Jordans. There's no question whether or not it would be ethical to murder the lot of you on live TV. The question is whether or not it's legal, and I just happen to know a thing or two about Geneva. You're in a position I would not want to find myself in. You're not going to foist it onto me. The Nazis invented all these new toys. Well, how can we make money out of it? Just bamboozle people. Scare them. Sigmund Freud was a raging homosexual. Raging cocaine distributor. And after killing that girl, which he lied about in Interpretations of Dreams, fugitive in exile. Ottoman Empire changed its name in 1917. 1923, 6 years later, we got the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Come on. Who do you think you're fooling? Our forefathers could have never imagined automatic weapons. Our forefathers had weapons. We're a bunch of silk-tied patsies for the Islamic State. Are you offended, or are the Turkish offended? Offended on your behalf? I'd have to say it to your face, gauge your reaction. All teeth and no brains, all brains and no teeth. London, Rome, Jerusalem. I alone am worth more than Washington's whole goddamn outfit. Were it not for Turkey. Were it not for the Islamic State's control over America's institutions of higher education, 20-year war on terror, 30 years into a crack epidemic full of school shootings. These idiots are like, oh, what else is on TV? Hollywood is the greatest man-made wonder the world has ever known. The news can take a hike. In Vietnam, Jane Fonda went to the front lines to protest the war, and she didn't just demoralize the troops. She crossed a political line where we couldn't follow. See, the stage, the theater is protected under the same stage customs as the bench. Attacking a theater is like attacking a church. Our culture is under attack. Donald Trump made bankruptcy for profit a legitimate business model, and we got flooded with so much spam. IBM is the first American company to go bankrupt with an active defense contract. We were flooded with so much junk mail that a postal worker took a gun to work and coined the term postal for disgruntled. And then somebody sent Congress anthrax in the mail, and the CDC predicted a health crisis, the likes of which crack in the streets, school shootings, more doctors, more nurses, foreign insurance, or I guess domestic insurance. It's supposed to be foreign, right? So we got it's backwards. If you're sworn to first do no harm, it matters if you get attacked by the Saudis. Islam means peace. Peace is their universal and eternal truth. Boom! It's wrong. You know what eternal peace means in the West? The only way to defeat Islam is to not compete with Islam. First, do no harm, or you're not a doctor. First, do no harm, or now it's my game. And I come here to do harm. I just happen to be good at it. mfrodeo.blogspot.com. I cannot stress it enough. It's definitive. It's a 5-minute read. I think you're smoking more than you're selling, Washington. I'm nobody's goddamn zombie.